Welcome to 2023. For those of you who are new to our show, my name is Karen. We've done over 200 shows, so I would invite you to look back on the archive if you wish and take a look at the kind of work that we've been doing. For those of you who are returning, welcome. I hope that your holiday season has been everything you wanted it to be. Maybe for some of you, the holidays are continuing. There are certainly traditions that have this season continuing well into January. You know, the new year for me is kind of like when I went back to school in September. You get all those brand new notebooks, you turn the first page and there's nothing there, and you create the content of that notebook day by day by day. This new year is like that. We're going to create our own content day by day by day. Now, I know that one of the things that is talked about a great deal as the new year approaches and we switch into it is the habit of establishing resolutions. I stopped doing resolutions a long time ago. I did. And I'll tell you why. Very simply put, it implies that there's something wrong with me or my life. And I don't think there is, or at least I don't want to focus on a negative view of myself or my life. Those of you who have been longtime viewers will know that I talk about proactivity a great deal. That's a very positive way of thinking. Being proactive about your own life, putting together the life that you want in a very proactive way instead of waiting for things to happen to you, that's what this is all about. So in that light, I don't do resolutions. I do vision boards. I think a couple of years ago, I did a show on one. I'm pretty sure I did. I showed you my vision board. So for those of you who have never done a vision board, you can Google that. They are all over the internet, how to do them, but in the simplest of terms. It's finding words and images that represent what you'd like to see in your life over the next year and putting them together on a board, whether it's a piece of Bristol board, an old piece of cardboard you've got laying around, or something that is on your desktop. The point is that this vision board needs to be put into a place where you will see it every single day. That allows you to unconsciously and consciously focus on these positive elements that you want to bring into your life. Some call it manifesting, some call it prayer. You call it whatever you want. To me, it is proactively being involved and engaged with your life. So that is what I do. No resolutions for me. You know, I do the same thing during Lent. You know, you're supposed to give something up for Lent. Stop doing that many, 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 many years ago. Instead, I add something to my life. And I don't mean I add a fresh box of chocolates. No, it's not that. I try to add something positive, that I will think kindly of someone once a day and perhaps pray for them, that I will do a kind action or a positive action that maybe I've been putting off, or that maybe will support someone else. So it's always thinking positively and proactively about my life, about my surroundings, about the people that I choose to surround myself with. It's all part of the philosophy of the oldish, real life renos, and indeed my life. So before the new year, before Christmas, I did a post and I asked you how we can best support you going into the new year. What did you want to see? And the very clear winner was how-to videos. You want to know how to do things. But you know, I kind of wanted to take it a step further and not look at what I think you want to know or what I think you need to know. although I will still be doing that because there are things that we all tend to avoid. I want to support you with the things that you specifically tell me you want. To that end, very shortly, I will be putting up a post on the Oldish Facebook pages and Instagram pages, the Real Life Renos and Reno Studios, and our Aging in Place group. I'll put it in all the places, and here's what it will look like. There we go. Winner, winner. I asked you what you wanted, and the winner is how-to videos. So we want you to get maximum effect. I'm going to post a link in the comments because links aren't clickable when you embed them in JPEGs. So, that just makes sense. But I will post a link in the comments, and it will lead to a web page, which I will show you momentarily. If you see down at the very bottom of this image, it says your problem area may be chosen as a feature in our Real Life Renos podcast. And if you're comfortable, you can come on live with us while we work through options and solutions. You don't have to come on live. You don't have to. This form, when you fill it out, only comes to me, and the information about who you are stays with me because I will need to contact you to get more information. And in order to make a great program that actually solves your problem. So let's go back here, and I will show you. This is the page that link will take you to. Okay, it is our Reno Studios Real Life Renos page. And if you scroll down on this page, first of all, those are our Real Life Renos episodes. We've done 2 of them so far and hope to do many more. It tells you what the show is about. There's a nice picture of me. And here at the bottom, this is what I want you to fill out. Your name, your email, the subject. You can put podcast, you can put kitchen, bathroom, whatever the issue is. Your message, please tell me in as much detail as possible, specifically what your issue is. Now, please don't tell me my whole house, because I can't fix your whole house in one program, okay? But it might be the stairs coming into my house. It might be my kitchen needs reorganizing. It could be any kind of thing that is a one-shot deal that if it were fixed, your life would be improved. Now down here at the bottom where it says upload your headshot optional, what I want you to do is upload a picture of your problem area. It needs to be less than 1 megabyte or the site will reject it as too large. But I don't need your headshot. I need a picture of your problem area. Okay? So please send that to me, and then we will be able to take a look at what your issue actually is. I will be able to contact you and get more detail, find out if you're comfortable being on camera with me. You can be on this platform with me. I can be on one side. You can be on the other side. We'll talk about your problem. It may be a situation where we need an expert to come on who has expertise in an area that is more in-depth than what I have. We'll get that person and we'll address your question. So now you might be confused because I've said podcast, but come on live with me. If you have watched any of our podcasts, you will know that I do an audio version. I also do a video version, and that allows people to consume the information in the way that is best for them. Okay? So all of the podcasts have a video component. And we also do a text file so that people can read the information. Anyway, if you watch the podcasts or listen to them, you will know that. So that is my project for this year, is to support you in this way. I had a number of direct messages from people who said, I want to know how to do this. I don't know how to do this. One thing I will show you. There is an article There is an article that we published on the Oldish the other day. I'll show it to you if I can find it. Unfreezing from task paralysis. It's a real thing. People get frozen when they don't know what to do. So I'll leave that article for you to read. And you can take a look and see that it really is a real thing. This business of being frozen in fear because you don't know what to do, so you do nothing. I'm a big believer in that not making a decision is in fact making a decision. So not making decisions means you're just going to let life happen to you. That's not what we do on this website, on this podcast, on the shows that we do, on our weekly, they're not weekly anymore, but on our weekly videos. That's not what we do. We believe 100% in proactive engagement with your own life, in taking the steps necessary to ensure that you have the best life possible, so that stuff that you can control is controlled to the point where bad things don't happen to you. For those of you who are interested, I have released a course. My longtime viewers will know that I've been working on a course for quite some time, and I kept getting a certain way down the path and then kicking it out. I didn't like that iteration. I finally came up with an iteration that I like, and it's about evaluating your own home and assessing room by room. And I give steps for people to take that can help them adapt and modify the things in their home that will make it safer, because we want to live as independently as possible, as safely as possible, and with as much dignity as possible in a home that we choose. We don't want other people making the choice for us, yet that is exactly what happens when we don't make the choices. Stuff happens, and ultimately other people will choose for us, and it may not be choices that we necessarily like or would have chosen for ourselves. So anyway, this is 100% the year of in-your-face proactivity. And we're going to start by hearing from you with the post that I will do shortly that will tell you what you can do to perhaps have your item, issue, problem area featured on our podcast, and we'll do our best to fix it for you. All right? Look for that post. Pay attention. Have a wonderful, blessed 2023. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.